welcome, welcome. I'm telling you all right now, this is going to be the most scuffed live stream I have probably ever done on this YouTube channel. The airport today is absolutely packed due to San Diego Comic-Con. I kind of found like the quietest little corner that I could, but right now there's just kind of people everywhere. So bear in mind that this is going to be a messy reaction, but I think we are in for a good chapter. Every time I'm out of town, there's usually a good chapter. Today we are reading One Piece manga chapter 1189. I'm seeing some people say, are we on break? Are we off break after this chapter? No, there is a chapter today, and I will be live reading it. Okay, I'm seeing Sylvan in there. I'm seeing Leo. I'm seeing Guido. Welcome, Stefan Dog. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. Get on in here. We're about to get started. Again, I'm going to try to keep this one as quiet as possible. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm praying that you guys can hear me. This is, again, probably going to be one of the most scuffed live reactions that I've done to a One Piece chapter. But Aaron is saying, I love it. I see some people going live from the airport. Brace yourself for this one. We can hear you. Oh my, I can't believe it. Again, I'm like, I tried my best. We had just a really unfortunate time where I had to check out of the airport a little earlier. Check out of the airport, bro. My brain isn't even working. I had to check out of the hotel a little earlier. Then I had to come on over here. And then I thought that I was going to have a little bit of downtime where I could set the laptop down and just chat with all of you. But it's not looking like that's going to be the case. So we're here. Lydia said, you're actually louder than usual. I can hear you better today. That's fantastic. Thank you, by the way, to whoever super chatted. Thank you very much, Corey. But I can't read what the super chat says, so thank you. All right, we are getting started with One Piece manga chapter 1189. This one is titled King of the World. Reader request, naughty see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil monkeys getting scolded by Nami. So this is obviously what's on the front page right there. Also, Ohm said, please do not freak out in the reaction and get put on a no-fly list. I won't. Again, I'm trying to be as quiet as possible during this, but thank you and welcome. I see somebody going, let him cook with the reaction. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Again, when I'm out of town, these usually end up being really, really good reactions. Like Creed also said, 2027 is going to be wild. Blood Aura saying, give me some RogersBase merch. Oh, yeah, I realized I am actually wearing the RogersBase merch. But all right, here we go. Let Oda cook. We're going to see what he's cooking up right now. We're picking up right where we left off with Luffy obviously getting stabbed by Emu. Oh my goodness. Okay. What is this? Oh, he's against the tree. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hurling him into the tree, and you can see Usopp going, what? What is it, Usopp? What happened? And you can see Nami looking out over there. Wait. Usopp is sensing it? Okay. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Usopp Haki unlock? Is that what we're going to get? Or did he just see it? All right, Luffy's okay, right? He's going to be okay, right? You got Nami saying, what? What do you mean? Come on, don't scare me. When has Luffy ever not been okay? Well, you are fighting the final villain right now, so we will see. Consider what it means that this enormous giant was defeated, Nami. And you can see Loki still laying on the ground going, ugh, yo, Fishman, who do you think has been defeated, as he's bloodied up, covered in bandages, laying down on the ground right now? Again, yes, you guys are saying, remember, he does have observation haki. Of course he does. But I'm just saying, maybe another haki bloom for Usopp could potentially be in the cards. Obviously, we had one for Sanji. Maybe Usopp? I don't know. We'll see. All right. There's no doubt that that's Luffy's haki. It suddenly grew much weaker. So again, Jinbei's there. Little Ragnar just smiling throughout all this. Very cool. You see GG Mangoes in the chat saying, Usopp clears Emu, no sweat, 10,000 ton hammer. Yeah, okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. So Frankie's going there. The ice is totally melted now. Come on, Princess Shuri. So, okay, Shuri's out of the ice. Okay, we moved out of that pretty quick then too. Don't heat her up too quick, okay? Don't worry, I have no body warmth. Of course, because he's Brook, and you can see he's obviously very concerned about her. What happened to you after that? What happened all those years ago? It is you, isn't it? Princess Shuri, and you can see her lying there as Brook is holding her. You can see the gloves there as well. And Ragnar watching all this going, "Kuri-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee." As he's going, please don't interfere here, don't interfere. Usopp's got the slingshot, all right, which is honestly smart. He should probably have that aimed on Gunko because we don't know what's going on there. But Ragnar's still going, Kuri-dee-dee. It's safe, right, Brooke? It's safe. But if she's still the scary version, there is a lot going on in this chapter. They're literally talking, and then right away, the boat's crashing in. We're going too fast, Haruden. Okay, and we've got Haruden and the new giant pirates making their way in, landing on the top of Loki. Maybe they could have found a better point, but you can see Chopper going in with the guard point. Very, very nice. What? Flying backwards. Lots of Nani takes in this chapter today. All right, we will see. What were you guys trying to do? Haruden, Gerd, Chopper? Thank you. And you can see Gerd hugging on the guard point Chopper. You're so cute and helpful. But you can't butter me up like that, you jerk. And you can see Usopp, Usopp on the other side, trying to be serious among all this. As Chopper's doing his little stick. There's no time to waste. Loki, let me heal your wounds. Okay. Also, I'm seeing people say I missed the first chapter. I definitely did not. We talked about it very briefly where, Luffy was stabbed against the tree. We mentioned that. You just came in late. It is what it is. All right. Here we go. Catch up. It's a live stream. Go back. All right. Anyway, it's like I don't have time for people to catch up. I'm in the middle of an airport reading this right now. All right. So Loki's lying there. Gerd is healing. You're all bloodied up. Oh, no. And yeah, some of that was because of you now. What are you guys doing here? Literally what I just said. The fact that the boat landed right on top of Loki. And you can see Haruden getting up as well. If you're just going to fight Haruden, then go to Loki instead. But the children, even if you save the children, it's only a temporary reprieve. Oh, that was just my bag. I didn't know what was going on there. All right, hold on. Do you really think that this plan to rule over Elbaf came from the decision makers at the Reverie? No, of course not. I think it's him. Loki, do you know who that guy is? Yeah, I think I do. Wait. Let me reread this. I was thrown. There's stuff going on at the airport. I just want to double check I'm getting this correctly. Haruden lands. You have this moment of Jarl saying you got to go help him. Even if you save the kids, it's only a temporary reprieve. Do you really think the plan to rule over Elbaf came from the decision makers at the Reverie? Of course not. I think it's him. Okay. Do you know who that guy is? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. And so Loki is realizing like, oh, the stakes we're in right now. Him, he really is that guy. Also, Guido is saying, how are you telling me missed the chapter and you're late? Bro, I was late by 5 minutes. Y'all want a chapter reaction or not? Okay, I'm doing this from the airport, trying my best. All right, here we go. Let's continue. Thou canst not move now. Okay, and you can see, once again, Luffy coughing and wheezing against the tree. That sword devours thy vitality. How many will it take to end thee? And you can see Luffy is actually looking messed up. Actually messed up. You can see the blood coming down his nose, the blood coming down his face. Monkey D. Luffy, a hateful name. Thou hast two brothers of different names. See, Imu knows all. You know, Imu knows everything. Oh, man. This is already getting scary. Okay. He's doing this to him while he's on the tree? Are you kidding me? He says one brother slaughtered by the Navy as the tree crumbles. You could tell Luffy just wants to kill Imu right now. He's huffing and wheezing, blood down his nose, thinking about Ace. The other, prominent within the Revolutionary Army. And you can see once again, Imu there, about to stab it again with another blade of the sea god, Fraggle Rock, okay? In any case, a set of most uncouth brothers. And once again, he's thinking, it's gotta be him. The one that red-haired talk about, it's gotta be him. Oh, dude. I love, this is gonna be a mixed reaction review this week. I'm just gonna tell you right now, because things are kind of messy. I love that they're actually making Imu a threat, that he's actually trying to take out Luffy. I feel like so many times in these story arcs, these villains are like doing all these goofy little things that obviously are trying to like stop Luffy, but at the same time, like they're avoiding doing like killing blows. And Imu the back is like not only attacking Luffy, but then also like emotionally, and I can't even speak right now, emotionally manipulating him by utilizing Sabo and Ace. Absolutely wild. In any case, a set of most uncouth brothers. It has got to be him. The one that Red Hair talked about. And you can see Loki laying there as well. I'll use this power to avenge the memory of my old man and his soldiers. Oh, and you can see this right. Back in the past with Gabon and with Shanks and talking about the devil for, oh man. And you could even see Scopper Gabon too in the background with the sunglasses. Wait, Loki. Loki, I understand your rage, and we're going into a flashback. What do you want, Red Hair? Are you going to stop me from getting revenge for my father? I considered Harold a friend, too. I'd be right there with you. But think carefully now. The government was trying to take control of Elbaf. But that is not their only end goal. It's preparation for war. Of course. That's why they wanted the giants. Elbaf being known as Warland. Of course it is. Of course. I mean, it's like I am actually getting chills reading this chapter. Considering like we have waited so long for this final war arc. And now we are so close. We're getting all the pieces moving in the right direction. We got him bringing up Sabo again. We got that stuff from the previous Reverie. We got all this stuff with Loki. It's going to be good. We got the mural, obviously. Still hasn't even really been explained. All right. That's not their end goal. It's preparation for war. Okay. By the way, we just got 20 gift subs. Come on. Let's go. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciate it. Nakama, thank you for being here. You got people going, Lord Dump W while Roger's in the airport. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, man. He drops these banger chapters while I'm out of town. You got 2 showers saying, where am I right now? I'm literally in the airport. I'm reacting from the airport to the new manga chapter. All right, let us continue. I do these from the airport. I do these from weddings. It doesn't matter. All right. That's not their end goal. It's preparation for war. Okay. Is the world government getting into a war with someone else? You can see him going, that's not my problem. My father died an unjust death. His soldiers were killed along with him. I want vengeance for these crimes. That's all. You can see Shanks going back, and who's guilty? Who is the one that will strike you down? And you got Loki screaming out, the world government. The man who manipulated Harold was none other than the king of the world. And you can see Jarl taken aback by this, Loki laughing like, what the heck is going on here? What do you mean, Shanks? The entire concept of the world government is that there is no one king. You got him saying, careful, Shanks, careful. It's fine. No one will believe it. And you can see Loki laughing, saying, I guess that king is the culprit. Don't worry, though. I'll take his head nice and simple. The king's power is impossible to measure. Go to the Holy Land, and the mystery will only deepen rather than come to light. If it were that simple, someone else would have done it already. Dude. This panel right here, this panel, when he says someone else would have done it already. Also, I see people saying, get them likes up, let's go. Bro, everybody watch it. There's 700 something people right now watching me freak out in the middle of an airport to this One Piece chapter. If you are not liking the stream, in the worlds of Reggie Fils-Aimé, former president of Nintendo, what is wrong with you? Get those likes up. What are you doing right now? Like the live stream, people, all right? I just came off of San Diego Comic-Con doing a Nintendo Sports Resort live show with the Rizzler. Okay, I got so much content coming when I get back to LA. I just needed to make sure that I can get this live reaction up the same morning the chapter dropped, all right? Sylvan coming through with 50 gift memberships. My boy, King Kiro saying, I can see you. You got the puffy eyes, bro. I'm going. Welcome, 50 big ones. Let's go. This is crazy. This is great. Thank you very much, Sylvan, for dropping this. We got 50 devil fruits during this chapter. Yo, I feel like a menace. I feel like a menace in this airport. I feel so bad. But again, we got to read this chapter. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Appreciate it, Sylvan. Appreciate it. Amazing. People going, Nakama, let's go. W gifted. Also, what the heck, the Rizzler? You did a video with the Rizzler? I got a bunch of videos with the Rizzler. You guys will see in a little bit. It was a crazy San Diego Comic-Con, I'll tell you. That is amazing. All right. I'm sorry. Let us continue. I got to calm down a little bit. All right. It's not yet the time to fight. So once again, we got that shot of Loki, and we've got rocks there. Shut your mouth. You don't tell me what to do. I don't care what this guy is. I will destroy anything in my way. And you got Shanks there with the little ellipses. Don't be foolish, Loki. I left home and spent a few years abroad. But in the end, I never did find my way to him. So if that is the king of the world right there, I will never get a better chance than now, brother. He really is going all in. I really thought he was going to wait, that this was going to be a final war confrontation. He's going in. That line right there, if that is the king of the world, I'll never get a better chance than now. Take the head, Loki. Go for the crown, Loki. Okay. A simpleton's idea of a plan. So Harden's like, obviously, we're not going to be able to take him down just like that. And you got Loki pushing back. What? It's a simpleton. Oh, why are they dropping so many hype lines right now? Why is he taking this week to do it? A simpleton's idea of a plan. You got Loki saying, what? But Haruden responds back, but I've got no problem with it. Give me a chance to avenge my father too. My man. This is quite an absurd story. If there is a king, bro, and we're getting these revelations from Brooke. If there is a king of the world, I've been asking for this. Oh my gosh, I probably feel like a crazy person in the middle of this airport right now. I see people walking by. Oh my gosh. This is quite an absurd story. If there's a king of the world, then what are the 5 elders for? So you've got Jinbei and Nami and Usopp discovering all this. Brooke down there too. Stop trying to interfere, if you don't mind. You got Ragnar. Ragnar's trying to say something, going Kuduri. He says, I froze her because she's dangerous. What? You're the one who froze her. Yeah, she was dangerous. Was. But I'm certain that she was being controlled. Because you see, this girl is like a daughter to me. Of course, and obviously, explains why we got the Brooke flashback when we did. Very good. This girl is like a daughter to me. Kurini? This is all very interesting. But Robin, come to the library, bro. Why is he doing it this week? Why? Why is he doing it this week when I'm out of town? Why? You got Robin going to the library to reveal the truth of the world. You got Jinbei, you got Nami, you got Usopp, you got Brooke, you got Chopper, and you got Ragnar, all discovering the truth of the world about the king at the top of the world. You've got Loki and Haruden and Gerd. You've got this flashback with Shanks, this fire line from Rocks, Emu going in against Luffy, stabbing him against the tree. Why is he, the line from the brothers, why is he we're not even like done with the chapter yet, man. Stop trying to interfere. Okay, I'm back on the bottom of page 12. She was dangerous, but I'm certain that she was being controlled because you see this girl is like a daughter to me. And then Kuriri is thinking like, wait a minute, you got Ragnar over there, cute little Oda box with Princess Shuri and with Reagan needs to know where I am. She has coffee. Reagan, literally walk towards the food court. You will hear me. You will not miss me. Walk towards the food court. I told you where I was. I'm not gonna dox the gate. Walk towards the food court. You're gonna see me. I appreciate you. I love you. You got to do. It's my bad. He told me, but I forgot. Bro, walk towards the food court. That's it. Well, I can't text you. I'm live on my phone, Reagan. Walk towards the food court. I'm going to say walk towards 115. All right? That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Because that's the closest thing to the food court. I'm looking down there. I'm not going to say much more. We got to continue, okay? I'm sorry. It is what it is. You should have listened, all right? I love you. You should have listened. Let's go. All right, alas. Come to the library, Shopper. Saul, hello. Yes. Next is ... This will do more than slash thee. Alas, the third will be the what? Oda? I swear. What? Why are you? I am stressing out right now, bro. Why is he dropping this chapter right now? Emu. This will do more than slash thee. Alas, the third will be the axe of Xingtian. What the heck is the axe of Xingtian? Why does Oda hate me? Why? And you got Luffy laying there bleeding on the ground. My heart is beating like a mile a minute right now. What is this? We're not even like close to the end of the chapter. That was page 13. What is happening? The Axe of Xingtian, okay. Sea Cloudport, Western Village. Also, you got my chat going, bro, he's an actual pincushion. You gotta keep reading. Dropping new lore names now in the middle of all of this. The third will be the Axe of Xingtian. Okay. Sea Cloudport, Western Village. So we're in the middle of the Zoro fight. Right now, we're already Zoro versus Summers. Sea Cloudport, Western Village. King of Hell, 3-sword serpent, 103 mercies. And you see him going, Why? What? This is crazy, dude. We got Conqueror's Hockey Clash coming from Zoro, okay, and Summers. Dragon Damnation Graham. Slam of the Swords, okay. And you got him laughing, so Summers is having a good time with this. He's going, okay. Going into some more lore drops. This is crazy. 800 years ago, the 19 kings who created this world took an oath. Thank you, by the way, Sylvan, for more gift memberships. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for understanding. There you are, my love. Thank you. You want to say hi to the live chat? Here we go.
You're actually so quiet.
Am I really?
You're so
okay,
quiet.
good. I really have been worried. I'm sitting over here like I'm taking over everything.
I like 3 times.
Really?
I can't hear you.
That's okay. That's good. I'm telling you, I am like stressing. This is the most stressed I've ever been during like a live manga chapter, like in a place.
I cannot hear you.
That's good. I'm like, you could see it on me. Look at this. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. I felt bad. Live chat's like, just trying to find you. I'm like, I'm not gonna dox myself in this airport. No, I got you.
I walked by a couple times. That's how quiet you are.
That's thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay, we're good. Well, I'm okay. I'm a little. Wait, sit here. Don't leave me. Okay. Sit right here. Don't leave me. Okay. Monitor if there's people walking by. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. She's like, okay, I'm not going. All right. We literally got 90 gift memberships in the middle of it. 90 like gift membership, because I am dedicated. I'm trying my best to, and this I'm telling you, this chapter is crazy. Oda was like, I decided to drop all of these lore drops about Loki and like Emu and Robin, like in the middle of this airport live reaction. I'm like, why are you doing this while I'm out of town right now? And she can vouch for me. I'm like so stressed in this airport because there's all these little cool like places to sit up your desk, but there's people next to all of them and a bunch of old people on their phones. And I'm like, I don't want to be that dude in the airport that's like screaming over a One Piece chapter next to some old guy. I literally like in the middle of one portion with the Giants, there was somebody that I was pretty sure tapped my bag and I thought it was you and I looked and it wasn't, and there was nobody there, and I was just like, I'm gonna get thrown out. I'm paranoid.
I'll sit here and it looks like you're talking.
You sit here, it looks like you're talking to you. Perfect. That's great. Fantastic. He's about to be out of the airport because this chapter is peak. Kono said that is fair and mindful. Roger is going wild. This is why we got you, Roger. Enjoy. Thank you, Sylvan. Appreciate it. The GOAT dropping all these. Brace yourself, Roger. There's still more coming. Why? You could see it on my face. I am like actually legitimately so stressed about this. Okay. Dragon Damnation Graham. 800 years ago, the 19 kings who created this world took an oath of equality, thrusting their weapons into the ground around the empty throne. I like that we get this little bit of context for this. After that emu is a parrot theory that's been going around all over the place, where it's like parrots, when they take the sticks, they put them in the ground in random ways. I'm all in on that emu parrot hype train. I've been reading those theories. It's actually fantastic. I don't necessarily buy into it, but I still love it. Anyway, okay, more named attacks. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. We got Zoro and we got Summers. Blade of Chaos, Tohu, Vohu, Nemesis. What are we doing? It's the name of every single one of the swords? Blade of Chaos, Tohu, Vohu, Nemesis, Longinus, Stigma, Muramasa, Michael, the Blade. What? What? They are the 19 weapons of those who brought the world to heal. The Great One used Omen to bring them back and grant them to us. There are no lies among the legends each family passed down. Do you see now, Roronoa Zoro? This is crazy. This is the power that conquered the world. I feel so bad. There's families. Oh my God. This one from the Shepherd family, Graham, and you could see Summers. Dude, this shot right here. This shot right here. Summers with the sword going into the ground from the Shepherd family, Graham. And you could see this spear has been passed down through the Remo Shifu family. My boy Shofu's gonna be in One Piece. This spear has been passed down through the Remo Shifu family, Longinus. They are literally fighting with the swords. We're gonna have Sanji fighting against one of the swords that was on the ground in front of Imu's throne. My boy, my goat, the king of the all blue, the king of heaven, whatever we were saying in those other live reactions, is about to fight someone with Conqueror's Haki that has a legendary weapon that was... Thou shouldest be honored to die by the weapons that created the world. And we're getting this while we cut back to Imu stabbing Luffy against the tree. And Luffy, this is after Luffy has already been told all that stuff about Ace and about Sabo. I feel for Luffy. This is the first time, genuinely, I think in a very, very long time, even past like Wano, because we all knew that he was eventually going to beat Kaido, and like even an Egghead, I'm like, they're going to escape the Gorosei. I feel like this is the first time in years that I'm like, they could actually die. Like, I actually feel the threat. Hyping up the swords naming the swords underneath the throne is crazy. And then having Summers and Killingham do the call out to Zoro and Sanji while Imu is there. Thou shouldest be honored to die by the weapons that created the world. And you've got him bringing up this, I don't even remember the name of the act, dude, the axe, the third axe, the axe of Xingtian, because then in my brain is going to this. All the stuff that we had with Kano Country. Remember Kano Country? Some people might not even remember Kano. There was Wano Country, but there was Kano Country. It was all the stuff when we were at the Reverie, and then it was like also teased a little bit during Dressrosa. I'm like, is the legendary weapon of Kano Country going to be Xingtian? Because Xingtian, Chinese god, like that could be what this is. Sai, exactly. Sai's country, exactly. Is the axe of Xingtian the legendary weapon of Sai's country? Shout out to Don Chin Zhao. Exactly. Shout out to Don Chin Zhao, chat. Absolutely. Okay, we're going back. I'm sorry. I keep reading this final page. Thou should be considered to die by the weapons that created the world. My dude is slashing in with the axe of Xingtian against Luffy, double stabbed against the tree in Gear 5 mode. Bro is getting washed. He's getting washed. Thrown against this tree in Gear 5. You hear dun 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 dun. Oh my. Hold on. I just threw my laptop in the middle of this airport. Hold on. As he swings. He's dying, bro. He's dying. I want to scream so bad. He swings the axe, and you see Emu. And in my brain, when I saw this panel first, because I was reading this and freaking out and like being aware of my surroundings, he swings. I did not see Gabon. And you see Skapar Gabon standing in front of Emu after all of this speech, after all of this about Sabo and Ace, and all of this about these weapons. You see him staring, and you get the sickest look at this. Look at this panel right here. Look at this. Look at this. Skapar Gabon standing in front of Emu, blocking the attack with dual hatchets. To be continued. One Piece manga chapter 1189 end. First off, this is an 11 out of 10, okay? I need you to understand this is like an 11 out of 10 chapter. How about you shut up making those airport announcements right now, okay? We got a One Piece chapter to react to. This is like me telling that earthquake to stop when we had the we had that One Piece Pirate Warriors reaction. How about you stop? How about you wait 5 minutes before we finish? You got the chat going. I understand we get it 20 out of 10. You got to make sure you get your flight. That's what I'm talking about, man. There's a break next week. Thank God, bro. Thank God that I need to rest. I need to rest. I need a break next week. Good. Because Oda needs to cook up how the heck he's going to get out of this. I'm telling you right now, 1190 is going to be Kid and Law versus Emu. Bro, where is Kid and Law now? Kid is on the bottom of the ocean with Killer. I don't even know where Law is. Law was like fighting Blackbeard last time we saw him getting big boobas. Like, we don't know where he is. Bro, have it. I might even do like a discussion video about this stream during the break week. I genuinely might, because there is so much lore, way more than I ever would have anticipated in this type of chapter. There is so much lore. I know, I haven't seen obviously anything, because I've been here at San Diego Comic-Con. I steer clear of spoilers. We obviously did the Reverie last week, right? I know Tekking is dying reading this chapter. I know it. Him getting the names of those swords. I know Cole is feeling the same way. My man's like rattling off the names of swords like they're Bankai. Saying Muramasa? Like confirming there's a Muramasa in the One Piece world. And then tying that in with Xingtian. Absolutely fire. Absolutely fire. And then, like, again, this is going to be a reaction and a review type of live stream this week. I'm going between both of them because there's so much content. The way this chapter starts, where we obviously left off with the previous chapter with Luffy getting, stabbed against the tree, and we get that second hit from Emu into the third hit in between all of this lore with Shuri and with Brook. I think the way that Oda did this, like having Haruden and the new giant pirates actually like land on top of Loki and them having this like realization together, incredible. Like this king of the way, because I was always thinking in my brain, like, how is he going to do this when he finally tells the other main characters of One Piece that there's an actual king of the world? Because like Sabo discovered this at the Reverie. We have a couple characters who know. Obviously, when they were at Egghead, they saw the Gorosei, but they didn't quite like understand what was actually happening. I got Chris, by the way, coming in with the beautiful Final Fantasy reference there, saying Emu is pulling weapons out like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Bro, you have to go watch Tekking's live reaction. He was laughing like Light Yagami, like, at the end of the chapter. It's crazy. This, like, legit might be one of the best chapters of Elbaf. Because it's one thing to do, like, a lore drop, right? To drop a bunch of names and to give us more information about the world at large. It's another thing to do it in a way that narratively makes sense, right? Where you're actually having characters find out in real time this information while it is also being shared to the reader. Brilliant. Also, this Sephi brings up a good point. The Spear of Longinus is the spear that killed Christ. Sanji is fighting the weapon that literally killed Jesus. This goes back to what we were talking about, right? If that is who Sanji's opponent is, right? If that is Sanji's opponent, and we had those conversations about like Zoro being the king of hell, like what is he going to be the king of when Sanji awakens his conqueror's haki? And we were joking about the fact that like, oh, he'll be the king of heaven, right? Because heaven to him is like beautiful ladies. You literally have Sanji announcing that he is going to be the king of heaven against the spear that kills Jesus. My bro Sanji, and I need a gif of Sanji and Jesus dapping up like this, man. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Why is the Pika's chapter and lore piece happening and dropping while you are traveling, bro? Also, Graham is the sword that killed the dragon Fafnir. Absolute cinema. His chat's going, dude, he already was. Sanji and Jesus were already damping up. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. I feel like this is like going to be a top 5 One Piece reaction on my channel. This is up there with that wedding reaction that we did for the best man speech of Bill. Because this, just the lore that they dropped with where we are right now. From the Shepherd family, Graham. You guys said Graham is the sword that killed Fafnir. Longinus, the spear that killed Christ. Thou should be honored to die by the weapons that created the world. And Luffy. And then Gabon at the end. I know we're bouncing all over the place with it. Sylvan, by the way, coming through again with another $50 super chat going, how does Luffy do this? Law is sacrificing himself for Luffy. I love these Roger Airport reactions. Afum is saying, did you see the emu as a parrot theory? I sure did. These fights are going to go ham. Dude, we've got fights against the weapons at the top of the world with Conqueror's hockey-laden main monster trio. This would also be even more hilarious if another member was walking to a flight and sees Roger freaking out. Yo, please don't do that. Well, you know what? Actually, if you see me, stop and say hi at this point. Who cares? We're 36 minutes into the stream. It is what it is. Go ahead and say hello. They're really good. I see my live chat also saying they're going to have Romeo Vinsmoke actually look like Jesus. That would be crazy. If they actually canonize Romeo Vinsmoke Romeo. Also, again, just so you know, Roger, Xingtian is a Chinese deity who fought against gods even after getting decapitated. Is that, is that what you think is going to happen to Gabon? If Scopper Gabon dies and gets beheaded by Emu, that will potentially be one of the most tragic deaths that we've seen in a very long time. That would also be brutal and would also just showcase like how horrible Emu is, right? I feel like the death flags are waving. I really do. I think the death flags are waving for Rayleigh right now. I mean, for Gabon right now. Because to me, I feel like Rayleigh, Gabon, honestly, even Shanks, I feel like a lot of the characters from pre the beginning of One Piece are all kind of in the chopping block before the end of the series. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a lot of them are going to be making it to see whatever happens after Luffy discovers the One Piece and we've got the new world. Also, we got Randy in the chat as well. Thank you, Randy. Nakama, great seeing you. Just checking if you see my super chats. I got you, Justin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Vivi's going to be coming in clutch soon and she doesn't even know it. There has to be something with her. Chat is going, I really do think Gabon is going to die. Rayleigh's probably dead at the bar, so I could see him dying before Gabon. No, Rayleigh's passed out at the bar right now. We got that shot of Rayleigh thinking next to Shakuyaku. No. Rayleigh's not dying passed out at the bar. If Rayleigh is going to die, he's going to die during Final War, all right? That's when Rayleigh is going to die. We're going to see, Rayleigh standing up saying, Luffy. Oh, I thought I saw somebody running. I thought they were running over to the live reaction being like, hey, I love your stuff. Thank goodness they weren't good. But I feel like Rayleigh, dude, if Rayleigh is in Final War and is in the middle of a fight against like one of the God Knights or someone related to the Celestial Dragons and they're about to kill Luffy, I could absolutely see him doing the same thing that Gabon is doing right now, laying his life on the line. This is also made more tragic by what we already got this story arc with Ripley and with Colin. Dude, like that entire moment where we had the kids and the parents going off to their deaths and Summer's just like laughing it up while all this stuff was happening and then having that moment where they actually finally caught up with each other. Them finally reuniting and then their father dying and Ripley losing her husband and Colin having to be the man of the family. Gabon won't die because he'll never be forgotten. Yo, exactly. That's right. I still think like he's going to teach advanced conquerors hockey at some point. I don't. How could he teach him in the middle of a fight with Emu though? Right. The only thing that I could see maybe happening is like Gabon unleashing a crazy amount of Conqueror's Hockey to make Emu back off a little bit, because Emu, he's going overkill here. But I think we kind of needed this, right? We needed Emu. We needed to show how much of a threat he was. But I also kind of feel like he's already dead. You know, it's like the meme with Luffy against the tree. It's like you don't need to do all of this. So in my brain, I'm almost wondering if like Emu realistically is using up too much of his power, and it's going to go black on him the same way that we got with like the Gorosei when he first got here, where the Gorosei were like, look, buddy, you're not in peak condition. You shouldn't be going off to Elbath. And he's like, it's fine, pulling a Thanos. I'm going to do it myself. Coming on over here. I don't know. I really don't know. I think there's a situation in which Gabon could repel Emu, even if temporarily at the sake of his own life. That we might be seeing a situation with Conqueror's Hockey where it's like taking away some of your lifespan. I could see that being a thing, because that's like an ultimate drawback that you don't always want to utilize, which is why people wouldn't willy-nilly be using it. I could see that being the case, and Gabon's an old man, right? So if Gabon like utilizes the rest of his lifespan to do some type of like advanced Conqueror's Hockey thing and dies, but it repels Emu, which is what then like lets Luffy heal. We go to the astral plane. We got Robin in the library right now finding out more information. Now knowing that the King of the World thing is real. Everybody else is now finally being caught up. The pieces are aligning. Like, I could see it happening. I could see that being one final push. And oh, dude, I just imagine right now, you know when we first saw Gabon and we got that line from Louis Arnaud from the book, where it was like, don't stay in Elbath too long, you're going to lose yourself. If we get that line again in Gabon's death, where he dies smiling, peak. Sonny also super chatted and said, if you're caught up on Full Metal Alchemist, I like to imagine that Emu was similar to the dwarf in the flask, and that Joy Boy is kind of like his Hohenheim. Interesting. I do actually understand that reference now, because I've read Full Metal Alchemist. I do kind of feel like the way that Omen works does sort of feel like the little homunculi, the dwarf in the flask from FMA. Just like with the weird little faces on it and all these crazy demonic powers. I still think the lore drop that was like having me lose it was all this stuff with the swords. Because at first I thought, oh, this is him just like announcing his attack. But once we saw this shot of the empty throne, and we see Blade of Chaos, Toho, Vohu, Nemesis, Longinus, Stigma, Muramasa, name, and these are obviously, that wasn't 19 names. There's still more of these swords. And obviously then it's going to make you wonder, okay, well, what of the other swords that we've already seen could potentially be swords from the world government? Like, is Yoru? Is Yoru one of these swords? Yoru's a black blade, but is Yoru going to end up being one? Kind of goes along with the naming convention. That would be really sick. That would tie in the stuff with Mihawk that people have been saying. That would make for a hype ending of the thing. That would also be for a good opponent if you've got Zoro fighting one of the swords, you know, that's at the bottom of the empty throne, and you need to have an opponent level up towards the end of the series. You get Mihawk. The 19 Kings were no joke, I'm telling you. After all these reveals, I really do wonder how they're going to make Blackbeard a bigger threat. Also, there's definitely going to be an Excalibur, 100%. Bro, 100% there's going to be Excalibur. 100%, dude. Mihawk is Celestial Dragon incoming. I want to know what Lily's weapon was. Yes, hopefully like something that's themed, like Egyptian themed, I think would be really cool. Do you think that Cerberus is going to be one of the 19? Or would Garling have the sword of Figarland's sword? What's like the sword of hell from Greek mythology? What's Hades' sword? Because if that was the case, and then yes, Cerberus is tied to it, I could see that happening. Excalibur maybe being a Figarland weapon. Bro, please scroll up to my first super chat. I want to see your thoughts. Love you so much. All right. The problem is I can't scroll up. I can't see other super chats when I'm on mobile. So I'm so sorry. Just write it in the chat. I'm going to try to read the chat. I've got like literally 3 more minutes before I have to board this flight. So I'm so sorry, people. But like, this great blade is the opposite blade for those who lose the war. I think Yoru is going to represent Excalibur in the One Piece world, but I also think there will be an actual Excalibur. We now know 9 of the names. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm going back right now. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling on the chat. We now know 9 of the names: Muramasa, Graham, Longinus, Boho, Toho, Fragorok, Nemesis, Stigma, and Xingtian. But my super thought was that Usopp and Chopper are going to come in clutch with something, utilizing Chopper's ability to undo Imu's curses, and Usopp sniping him from range. It would then it was foreshadowed by Usopp sensing Luffy. I love that. I think all of us were in agreement during the reverie last week that we still need an Usopp moment, right? That we still need him doing something, obviously beyond just rage baiting Emu. That this has been Elbaf, right? This is his arc. We need him to do something. This is what has been hyped up for literally decades for Usopp. So I agree, something along the lines of like Usopp sniping somebody does need to happen. And I agree that Chopper, like them highlighting the fact that he's able to slap him out of the Dome Reversi, I do think that is going to be important. Absolutely 100%. In what way it will be important, I have no idea. Bro. Again, he did this the week that I'm out of town, man. It's crazy. I keep looking back at this thing at the bottom of page 12. With Brooke saying she was dangerous, but I'm certain she was being controlled, talking about Shuri. And then Robin saying, this is very interesting. And her saying, come to the library, Chopper. And Saul is over there waving. I really do feel like we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 more chapters, right? Of Emu versus Gaban. Gaban sack. Cut to the library. Luffy is healing. Second lore drop. I really feel like that's coming. But again, in what way Usopp and Chopper are going to be involved, we're going to have to wait and see. Also, keep in mind when you're thinking about the world government swords that Neptune has the trident, bro. Shirahoshi rolling up Final War with Neptune's trident with all of them. Dude. Rolling up in the Final War with all the Sea Kings with Neptune's trident, with Loki rolling up with the giants and Ragnar. Crazy. That would be crazy. Also, we got to see the thumbnail. You're right. Oh my God. I have like 3 minutes. I have to show the thumbnail. Hold on. What did you, I actually dying to know what James did for the thumbnail this week. Hold on. Let's see. What did he do? Bro, don't log me into the wrong email, please. Please. I got to see what James did. James thumbnail art. Okay. What did he do? Oh, of course he did. Of course. This is cool too because it works in dude. I'm not even gonna put my face on this one. I'm literally just gonna leave this as is because it is horrifying. You got Emu's eye floating from the back. Dude, that looks like a magic card. Bro really animated like the Sword of Feast and Famine. What is this? That is fire. I need him to do a proxy of one of the axe cards with this artwork. This goes hard, bro. Look at this. The axe of Sing Tien with the red hand from Emu slashing down with the sword, and you can get the little bit of the white smoke coming off the side with Luffy against the wall. James, you never, ever miss, man. Embercleave. Dude, I think I have Embercleave. I think I have Embercleave in my my Cloud Commander deck. I could literally do that. With Sing Tian's axe like slamming down. Bro, James, you killed it. James is going, okay, phew, you thought we weren't gonna like this? What? Are you serious? This looks incredible. With the giant axe, is this better than the last weapons thumbnail? Bro, why do you keep bringing up your worst work? The only thumbnail you ever did that I did not like was the one where you just had like Emo and Shadow, where it was all done with like streaks and you couldn't tell what was going on. This is sick. This looks like a magic card, bro. Don't remind people of your worst work. Take your best work and go prop this up. Yo, the chat, I gotta give a shout out to everybody again who's been watching today. I know this is a scuffed live stream. I know there's a lot of people going, where are you right now? I'm at the airport. I'm literally flying back to LA right now from San Diego Comic-Con, all right? I have been here doing so much stuff with Nintendo. We did like a Nintendo Switch Sports Resort tournament with the Rizzler. I hung out with a bunch of other awesome YouTubers. We played a bunch of Magic. We went to like the Star Trek little preview thing. We were around when they announced all like the Marvel news. We were literally going to a Nintendo dinner when they announced that Ryan Gosling is gonna be Ghost Rider. Crazy work. We like went to the Birch Aquarium and did a whole like dinner for Splatoon Raiders. We played a ton of Splatoon. We played a ton of Switch Sports Resort. It was an amazing trip. There's going to be a vlog coming out later in the week. You guys can definitely check that out. It's going to be awesome. Also, Clack says, I got to be honest, the quality's actually been very good for a phone airport stream. Thank goodness. Also, people in the chat are saying shout out to the Rizzler. Yo, shout out to the Rizzler. Shout out to Megan and Jack. Yo, shout out to like shout out to Philly Beats You. Shout out to all the creators that were there at that event. It was seriously such a good time. Shout out to Nintendo. You hear that? Final boarding call, bro. I gotta go. Appreciate you guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. James, you killed it with the thumbnail. This was absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Nakama, we love you. We appreciate you. And I will see you in 2 weeks with the next One Piece chapter, but we got a lot more content on the way in between then. So take care, everybody. It has been fun. You're the best. I got to go catch my flight. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Hold on. Did the stream end? Are we good? I think we're still